This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
All right, we're back, and we told you that Omar Kelly would be joining us. He's locked and loaded, ready to go. How you doing, my brother? You just getting ready for that New Year's Eve, right? You just want to go party. That's what it is.
Usually in a former life, that would be me. I've produced 3 negative COVID tests. My wife and my daughter have produced 2 negative COVID tests. I just want to keep the streak going.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. That makes a lot of sense, man. Just keep that streak going. Let's stay away from it. So we got to do. And let's go over some of the news. Good news: Albert Wilson and Solomon Kinley off the COVID list, so they'll be at practice. But he also said there's a chance for Brandon Jones and Butler maybe up until Sunday, right? There's still a chance that they could also be activated.
Yeah.
Brandon Jones would be really good, man. That would be awesome.
Yeah, if you really think about it, I'm not necessarily certain that it's worth the risk. From the point you test positive, according to the new CDC rules, you're supposed to isolate yourself for at least 5 days and not basically expose yourself to others for the risk of infecting them. I think putting them on a flight, whether mask or not, and understand that my concern is real world concerns, because my wife and her coworkers at the hospital wear masks, they're gloved up, they have protective gear on, hair wrapped, everything, and they're catching COVID. And they don't know how they're catching COVID. But they're catching COVID. This new strain of COVID is very contagious, which is why you're seeing most of the players in sports leagues who are regularly tested are catching it. We're catching it out in public. So I'm not necessarily certain that putting them on a flight with the team and having them stay in a hotel with the team and eat meals with the team would be the wisest thing to do heading to that Tennessee game. If it was a home game, maybe. But the Tennessee game, especially, we don't know if they're symptomatic or not. Like, everybody has this belief that, because the symptoms aren't significant, that, everybody can be around everybody can just wear a mask and you're safe. Like, no, we're still passing it on. We're still infecting others. I believe it's 9 players this week for the Dolphins that tested positive this week. Next week, it could be another 10. And the last thing that we want is for it to be Emmanuel Ogbah, and Xavier Howard, Tua Tagovailoa, heading into that critical season finale against New England. So I'm not necessarily certain it's the wisest thing to do in terms of putting them on a flight on the fringe of hoping that they test negative on Sunday.
Well, look at the unvaxxed Kirk Cousins. He unfortunately now his team's playoffs chances are on the brink. And look, now Kellen Mond is going to have to try to lead the way for them. And you're going to ask a rookie to have to do that. That's just absolutely brutal for them.
Yeah, but I didn't even know that until you said it. But do I feel sorry for Kirk Cousins? He's going to be the highest paid player in the NFL next year, and props to him because he's pimped the system out like nobody else has.
Sure.
And I'm proud of him because he's the only player in the NFL who's ever had that's not a non-rookie who's ever had a completely guaranteed deal.
Yeah, only Rick Spielman would do something like that.
Oh, stop it. That's the way. That's the direction that NFL teams, NFL players and agents need to go.
After Rick has done such a marvelous job at that place. Yeah, but he gave it to that guy, Omar. You're missing the point. You're missing the point, okay?
No. He keeps them relevant. Kirk Cousins, last I checked, has got a ridiculously high quarterback rating. Is their team good? No, but I think there are a number of circumstances and reasons why they're not good. He's one of them, but
stats are a beautiful thing, my brother. But
hey, listen,
when push comes to shove, and it's a tight moment,
what's your alternative if you're Minnesota? What's your alternative?
I'm just saying, do you want Kirk Cousins for that money? Do you want him?
The money is the money. Listen,
No.
They've been to the playoffs. The Dolphins haven't.
No.
They've been to the playoffs. The Dolphins haven't. With Kirk Cousins as their starter.
I would
They
love
have been.
I would love to read your articles watching the Dolphins build up a record to fall short in the postseason or not make the postseason with Kirk Cousins, and they're paying him 30-something million guaranteed.
Listen, I would rather fall short in the postseason than fall short in December trying to get to the postseason every year, because that's the Dolphins' history. They make the playoffs every 8 years. But Minnesota at least makes the playoff.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm talking about. You understand that
it is what it is.
They make the playoffs because they have a badass running back that when he's healthy, he's one of the 4 best running backs.
They made the playoffs before they
got a hell of a defense.
It doesn't matter. They still do it, and he's the facilitator. They still do it, and he's the facilitator.
Exactly.
If he hits the free agent market, he's still making. Listen, if he hits the free agent market, he's still making $30 million. Who cares who pays him?
You would care if it was the Dolphins because you'd be ripping their asses.
If they didn't have a better quarterback, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I seriously, like Jimmy Garoppolo. Do you know Jimmy Garoppolo's stats? They're ridiculous.
They're ridiculous, but he can't stay healthy.
He's still going to get $30 million. Somebody.
I get that. Would you count on Jimmy Garoppolo to stay healthy?
It's the system. It's the financial system that has been created by the NFL. The quarterbacks pimp it.
You keep dodging the key question. Okay,
what's the question?
Is he the winner you need? Is he the guy you want in that moment? Will he make it through a whole season for you, Jimmy Garoppolo, so you can be there at the end? Will Kirk Cousins, in the key moment, get you over the top? Will you pay him that money knowing that he's going to be the difference maker? Please answer.
Yes. And here's why.
My God.
Here's why.
Wait a minute. You started drinking already?
Listen to my explanation, okay? Do you have a top 12 quarterback? Do you have a top 12 quarterback? Are both of those guys top 12 quarterbacks? They're close.
Are they franchise difference makers?
There's 6 franchise difference makers.
Are they?
There's 6 franchise difference makers in the NFL.
I don't care how many there are. I'm asking you:
Can they be? Yes. Yes. Can they be? Yes. One took a team to the Super Bowl. One has been to the playoffs more than he's not.
He took a team to the Super Bowl and he peed in his pants in the key moment.
Bro, wow. He got beat by the legend, the GOAT of this era.
No, he got beat because he overthrew Emmanuel Sanders.
You're
wide open, dude.
Okay.
Got him wide open, my brother.
Are they?
He peed in his pants in the key moment, bro.
The way I look at this league right now is there's a separation of the haves and the have-nots. Do you have a top 12 quarterback in the NFL? Really a top 14, because 14 teams make the playoffs. Do you have a top 14 quarterback in the NFL? Yes or no? Because that gives you your chance to make the playoffs. Not a top 16, a top 14, top 12, really.
Yeah, but if we're going by stats and all that stuff, which is what you're using,
I'm using quarterback rating, productivity.
Tua's top 10 in quarterback rating.
No, Tua's 16 in quarterback rating. He's been 16, 15. He's been there most of the season. Passer rating.
He's top 10. I'm pretty sure if it's not.
Where is he in quarterback rating? Where is he in ESPN? I don't use ESPN's metric.
I don't know, but I saw a stat where he was top 10, bro.
He's 16.
And again, I'm not telling you he's top 10.
Yeah.
I'm not believing this. See, I don't go by the stats. I go by my eyes. Like Kirk Cousins for me is a guy that I would never pay guaranteed money to. He's a game manager. He's not a guy that I could ever.
Okay, answer this question. Answer this question. Kirk Cousins becomes a free agent right now. Is he getting $60 million guaranteed from his next team?
As long as it's not the Dolphins, go ahead.
Answer the question. Yes or no?
Not guaranteed. No, only
guaranteed. Absolutely.
No, nobody does that anymore, right? It's only him, right? Nobody else has a guaranteed contract.
No. I'm talking about just over whatever he signs on his new deal. He
Oh no,
signs.
but it's 30 now. Now
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
only
But
30.
I'm saying, is he getting 60 guaranteed? Because that's my metric right now. Are you getting 60 guaranteed on
Yeah,
your
but
next
that's
deal?
not the question. Is would you pay 60? I would
Yeah,
not.
I pay it. I mean, if
That's
not
different.
Miami at the present situation, because they kind of got a
I'm
quarterback.
laughing my ass off because you would be ripping the Dolphins to hell if Kirk Cousins was here, bro.
You just need a quarterback that gives you a chance. In my opinion, you just need a top 12, top 15 guy. And both of those quarterbacks, they're right in that top 15. They're right there. Where they are statistically right now, I believe last time I checked, Kirk Cousins had a 100 quarterback rating. Jimmy Garoppolo, his quarterback rating blew my mind when I looked at it. I mean, it's not like these guys are chopped liver. They're putting
his cap hit next year is $45 million.
He's the highest paid player in the NFL. He is, and Deshaun Watson is the second.
It's $45 million.
Highest paid player in the NFL. I know that for a fact.
Would you would pay Kirk Cousins $45 million?
No, I wouldn't pay Kirk. But this is the situation that he's in. In order to create cap space for the Minnesota, not only did they have to give him the guaranteed money that he had, but they had to sweeten the deal by putting additional years and more money onto it to give them some cap space. Kirk Cousins, as I said, and I give him props, he's pimped the NFL system like nobody else has ever done.
But see, now you mentioned Watson, right?
Yeah.
And if we take the legal issues out of the way, I'll pay Watson whatever he wants.
I'm not sure he's worth the second highest paid contract in the NFL.
But you're going to defend Cousins and Garoppolo, and you're not going to defend Watson? I mean, if we're just talking about playmaker, difference maker.
Hear my point.
I don't want Garoppolo or Cousins on my team.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out.
That's the difference.
Just hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Deshaun Watson plays in the weakest division in football. It's the division. Okay, let me finish. It's the division that has Ryan Tannehill as a 3-time playoff team leader. And has an excellent passer rating, not this year, but generally over the course of his Titans career. Now, the Houston Texans, in a purge year, they have produced the same amount of wins as the Deshaun Watson-led Houston Texans.
Yeah, I told you that the last time you were on. Yes.
While I absolutely love his passer rating and what I saw from a film standpoint, Jesus Christ, Kirk Cousins has 101.3 passer rating, quarterback passer rating.
You keep looking at the stats. I look at the player, bro.
Number 4 in the NFL. Only Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, and Matt Stafford are better. Only Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, and Matt Stafford are better. He's ahead of Dak Prescott and Kyler Murray. Okay, Jimmy Garoppolo, 99.6. He's number 8 on the list. Where's Tua? He's number 16 at 94.0. Tua is my baseline. That's the line I don't go underneath. And literally, these guys are Jimmy Garoppolo's right under Tom Brady. Pay me. Give him to me. Give him to me. Give them to me. You could sit and you can haggle about what you're paying them and who they are and how they don't play in these clutch situations. But give me a top half quarterback in this league, and I'll win with this defense or running game and an offensive line.
You're going with stats and not substance.
Listen, I'm a stats guy when it comes to passer rating.
Stats don't tell you the story, my man.
Tells you plenty though. It tells you plenty.
No, it does not. What tells you is key moments. What tells you is availability.
Okay.
These are the things.
So who are you?
I don't watch Kirk Cousins shine in big moments. I don't watch Garoppolo.
Teams that need quarterbacks. Let's see who needs a quarterback.
Now Watson shines in big moments. Forget about the off the.
All right, let's not.
I don't know about that.
Houston and Carolina need a quarterback.
Alabama, and you've watched them in the NFL.
Houston and Carolina both need a quarterback. Are you giving Garoppolo and Kirk Cousins $60 guaranteed $1 million if they hit the free agency. You're a liar. You know how I know you're a liar? Because Sam Darnold just got $25 million guaranteed.
I have no interest in. I get what you're saying. What you're saying is not wrong. I get you. There'll be an idiot that will give them $30 million because that's the market.
That's the market.
Dude, I'm not arguing.
If I'm
with
thirsty,
you.
I don't care if it's sewer water. I'm drinking it.
I'm not arguing with you the market. I'm just arguing with you the logic. Okay?
The logic is you pay what the market bears.
If I'm the Dolphins, I'd rather
you want to pay. You a guy who want to pay Mike Gesicki $14 million to be a glorified wide receiver. That's the market. That's ridiculous.
That's the market. But
okay,
again,
but you want to argue the market is the market for Gesicki, but ignore that the market is the market for the hardest player to get in the NFL?
Don't pull a Trump on me and start with another subject and throw Gesicki in. We're talking quarterbacks now. Stay on the subject with
we are. And the quarterback is harder to get than Mike Gesicki. I can replace Mike Gesicki with 5 other dudes.
I'd rather go
for half the price.
I'd rather go draft a young guy, take my chances, and try to develop a young guy.
Oh yeah, so you could suck like Jacksonville.
Then give $30 million to Kirk Cousins or Jimmy Garoppolo, who are going to pee in their pants in the big moment anyway.
Who else drafted a young guy? Okay.
By the way, the young guy for the Texans is actually doing a nice job, David Mills.
86.2 passer rating. He's doing trash.
Look, what did you watch him the last 2 weeks?
I didn't.
He's played better.
All right,
played better. No, you're looking at the overall number, and you're not looking at the young player developing over the last. And I don't even know. I don't even know if David Mills will be a good player or not. But I'm just saying, if you watch him, the kids actually play better than any of us ever imagined. But my point is, if I'm going to waste my money on Garoppolo or Cousins when I know they're not going to get me over the top, unless I have an incredibly dominant team, carry them. Yeah, no, I would not.
You are. Okay.
I would rather draft a young guy.
You're Carolina right now. You're Carolina right now. Both of those both Kirk Cousins and Garoppolo become free agents. You're Carolina right now. Kirk Cousins will not. Garoppolo is probably going to be on the trade market.
I'm drafting Pickett. I'm drafting
All right. And then you'll become the Jets, and I'll fire you.
Well, whatever, my brother. Whatever.
You'll become the Jets, and I'll fire you.
Well, maybe I'll become
just like they're on a hot seat right now.
I know, but they're not in the hot seat in Carolina because you gave him like a 10-year contract, so he's got time.
We'll see.
He's got plenty of time. But I would.
Sorry for Dan Morgan over there, number 2 in command. No, he doesn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, but Tepper is the one, and the head coach are the ones that are gonna,
number 2 in command, man.
I know, but his head coach, if he wants a guy, they're gonna get him over Dan Morgan.
And I don't know what they were thinking in Sam Darnold. I knew that was a mistake.
Of course, that was a mistake. He's a turnover machine.
Now they're Carolina. Now they're Cam Newton, $10 million. Crazy.
You're paying max money to players that can get you over the top. I don't understand that.
Listen, they give me a chance. All I need is a chance, bro. All I need is a chance in this NFL. Like, it doesn't matter about getting over the top. Just give me a chance. Like Miami, they got a chance. Tua gives them a chance. Now, does that mean that they're gonna do what it takes to finish? We'll see. They got to take care of Tennessee. They got to do some other things. Beat New England at home, but they got a chance. Garoppolo gives you a chance. Kirk Cousins generally gives you a chance. He's been to the postseason more than he's not been in the postseason.
And he pees in his pants in the postseason. He doesn't come up big, bro. They get to the postseason because they have monster defenses.
Pees in his pants. Wow, bro.
Games. They are game managers, is what they are. They're not the difference makers on their teams. The difference makers are the running.
Like five. Name the quarterback difference makers. Name the quarterback difference makers. Since you want to talk difference makers,
that's my point, Omar.
Rodgers.
If I'm going to pay the crazy money,
Prescott,
I'm going to pay. Yes.
Murray, Brady, Wilson. Yes. I'm not even putting Herbert in there. Mahomes, Allen. I'm done. Lamar Jackson, 8.
No, Lamar Jackson is not. Please.
He's a difference maker. He's a difference maker when he's healthy and running.
When he's running, he's a difference maker. Yeah,
We didn't say quarter. We didn't say throwing. We said difference maker quarterback. Rodgers.
He's not really a quarterback. He's kind of an
I'm
athlete.
not putting Burrow in there. I'm not putting Stafford in there.
Can't put those
Prescott, Murray, Brady, Wilson. Not putting Herbert in there. Mahomes, Allen, and Jackson. Eight difference makers. 8.
Those are the kind of people I pay max. Well, not Jackson, but everybody else max money. Okay, I will pay all the other guys. If I'm paying max money,
you only pay them $25 million a year. Okay,
I'd rather
I got you.
Develop a young guy. You know what I mean?
You lower it by 5, and then you go with a Kyle Wilson.
Unless I have a dominant team that I can then get a game manager.
I'm dying. I'll be dying. I'll be banging the table to fire you because you're wasting this defense. You're wasting this defense. This defense got a shelf life.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. And the Minnesota defense, after all these years, it's paid off for Kirk Cousins.
Listen, and the running game.
Paid off. I mean, all those players are still there. In fact,
they're in the playoffs. Hold on.
In fact, Omar, there's been no turnover on the Minnesota defense since Kirk Cousins been there.
They've lost pieces. Don't play like that. They've lost pieces.
That's called being facetious. Yes, that was my point.
Okay.
It was a rhetorical question. Yes, they've lost. So having an average quarterback and paying him all that money, you've watched players come and go on your defense. You know what I mean? And you're wasting the shelf life of one of the best young running backs in football and a guy that has trouble staying healthy. And
Kirk Cousins has led them to 10-6 record, 8-7-1 record, and then now he's back-to-back 7-win seasons. Not tremendously impressive.
Oh, so now you've checked out reality now.
4 years. Hey, he got the max money, baby. Like
no, Trump now. No, not the max money now. No, that's not the point now.
The max money
the point is, no.
Props to him for getting the max money.
The conversation was that he's a waste for the max money, and you just proved it with the records.
One playoff run, baby. One playoff run. They went to the NFC Championship game, right?
One playoff run for $150 million guaranteed.
Where's the Dolphins' last playoff? Where's the Dolphins' last playoff win?
What playoff run did they have?
Where's the Dolphins' last playoff win?
Did they go to the NFC Championship game or something?
I believe they did. I believe they did when the wide receiver caught that pass against New Orleans.
I think you could look it up. I don't think it was the NFC Championship game. You can look it up. I don't think so.
I believe it was the NFC Championship game. I'll look it up.
Sean will look it up.
By the way, lost in the division.
Yes, I know the lost in the division.
Listen.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, they lost to San Francisco.
I know you're so full of crap because I know you. Your articles would be golden.
I love Kirk Cousins. He's on the man crush. I love Jimmy Garoppolo. He's on the man crush. These are former man crush quarterbacks for me.
All Jimmy does is get his bones crushed.
He gets hurt.
He's the man that gets his bones crushed.
Tua gets hurt too.
Okay.
Why
you gotta trump me again, bro? What is Tua have anything to do with this?
If you asked me to choose right now,
he's a Trump.
One quarterback to lead the money equal one quarterback to lead the Dolphins to the playoffs, who would I want, Tua or Jimmy Garoppolo this weekend? The circumstances.
Oh, I'm taking Tua. He's healthy. Jimmy isn't.
If they were healthy, don't skirt it. If they were healthy, you're taking Jimmy.
No, I'm taking Tua. I already know Garoppolo. I want to find out about Tua. I see that.
Oh, you want the mystery. You want the mystery, not the proven thing. You want the mystery.
That's exactly it. He's already proven to me that he will choke or break down. And the other guy, Kirk Cousins,
took a team to the Super Bowl.
I've already watched
nose up to a guy who took a team to a Super Bowl.
and peed in his pants because that defense got him to the Super Bowl.
Led the run game got in the Super Bowl. Led them in the fourth quarter, and
Emmanuel Sanders became an insomniac after that because he keeps dreaming about that pass that was overthrown by 20 yards. He keeps going, man, if I would have caught that, I would have been the MVP. The kid hasn't gotten a good night's sleep since then.
Listen.
Okay? All right, now let's get to some football here. A.J. Brown, all right? Are you expecting X to shadow his ass? Because this whole that he was held out with the calf, I think it's just precaution, and I think they're saving him as much as possible because he's got to carry the load on Sunday. I think he's going to play when it's all said and done. So,
if I'm X, I want that challenge. I say, give it to me.
But no, if you're the defensive coordinator, you're right. X is going to want that challenge.
You give X what he wants.
No, but I'm saying if you're the defensive coordinator, do you make sure you play it that way?
No, I'm switching it up on them from time to time. I might put X on them on third downs. Like, I don't know what I say this all the time. I am always, the highlight of my Sundays is figuring out, discovering what their defensive game plan is. Whatever it is, I'll look at it and I'll be like, yeah, I never thought about that. That's brilliant. It might not work, but it's brilliant. And I am dying to see how they attack Ryan Tannehill. He is a quarterback, and I disagree with you. I heard you in Poupard. Tannehill is not the quarterback that you do these amoeba blitzes with, because Tannehill's quick at identifying the blitzes and hitting his hots.
How are you the second most sacked quarterback and you're good?
Yeah, but if he could see it,
he does. Omar, that's the problem. He doesn't see it.
No. He can see it, but
get rid of it. He gets sacked.
Tannehill's one of the top 5 quarterbacks throughout his career versus the blitz. It's just who he is. Now, a 4-man rush, he ain't gonna feel it if the left tackle gets beat. He's not going. But if he sees it, he's IDing it and he's going. I'm not giving him one-on-one coverage with Julio Jones with no safety help. I'm not giving him one-on-one coverage with.
I think Holland's going to be on the A.J. Brown homework. I think he's going to be the second guy in there.
Yeah, I mean, but this defense, to do what they do, they don't give a second guy. They generally don't.
No, I know, but in this case,
do you want Tannehill with one-on-one coverage, being able to identify the blitz? Now, sometimes he might miss, but he's going to hit more than he misses.
I'll take my chances because I think you will confuse him enough with the amoeba that he won't see it coming, and I think he will not pick it up. That's where you and I disagree.
He's not Tom Brady, but he's really good at identifying blitzes.
If he sees it from the beginning, yeah.
Yes.
But that's his problem, that once he takes the snap, scatterbrain starts.
He doesn't feel pressure. He doesn't feel pressure. He can see it. He does not feel pressure. He can see it.
We're gonna have fun in the post game. We're gonna have fun in the post game.
You know. I know Tannehill's game just like you know his game. He doesn't feel pressure. He can see it. He doesn't feel it. If you blitz him, he's gonna identify the hot and he's gonna hit it. And the hot on the one-on-one, that's risky. He's got weapons. That's risky. Like, all it takes is Byron Jones slipping a tackle or missing a jump like you saw last week, or X
right,
or X getting jammed or pushed off.
Sure.
With Tannehill, it's risky. It's risky. I'd rather drop back in coverage, rush with 4-5, maybe blitz a 5th guy, and drop back in coverage, have everything covered, and have him have to beat me with a throw. That's not his wheelhouse.
Yeah, I don't fear him as much as you do. I think they'll be able to confuse him.
I don't fear him. I just know he's hard to confuse.
Post game, you and I are going to have some fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to specifically look at each of the Dolphin sacks, and I'm going to see how many people they sent. And I'm going to figure that against that line, they're going to have to send the 5th guy. And usually when the sack is going to happen against Tanny, you're going to see more than 5 guys. I'm going to count, and you're going to see it's not going to be a 4-man blitz more often than not. Most of the sacks on Sunday, and plenty of them will come, They'll be with
They're going to come, but Miami is the most blitzing team. They're not going to bring the rate of blitzes that they do. They're not going to be a 70% blitzing team. They're going to blitz on third downs. They're not going to give Tannehill a lot, a lot of looks. And plus, playing without Brandon Jones, that's going to water down the blitz package a little bit. So
not yet, right? There's still a chance we might play with Brandon Jones.
Chance. Right? I don't know if I take that risk.
Sunday?
A chance. I don't know if I take that risk.
Oh, if as long as you're vaxxed and even boosted, you'll be fine, dude.
Get on the plane. Get on the plane with your entire team and have it infect the whole plane. Really nice.
Oh, well, they can actually send them on a charter. They got plenty of cash.
I would do that. I would do that if Steve Ross wants to charter a plane for all the COVID guys. Go for it.
Playoffs are on the line. They test negative, get their asses on the field, baby.
Well, the question is, how did they get there? That's a good question. We should ask if they'll consider chartering. That they're not going to disclose all that. Anyway.
Of course not, but I'm sure they'll charter. They have no problem with Stephen Ross. Cheap, he's not, bro. So you know what I mean.
You are 1,000% correct.
Yeah, that man will do anything to win. So I would not be surprised if he does charter. Does Zach finally get in?
No, I was very disappointed at what I saw and what I heard. One, I'm disappointed that Will Fork was not on the list. How is Will Fork not a first ballot Hall of Famer? Much less make.
Does Zach get in? I don't care about Will.
No. I didn't like the list. They're setting it up for these guys who have been waiting longer. Richard Seymour's and I don't think this is his year. They're gonna get in. They're probably gonna put in 2 wide receivers and Richard Seymour and Ware and then they'll say, oh, it's too many defensive players. Zach will wait a year. I hope it's his year, but I don't have a good feeling about this year.
I look at the list and I think he actually does have a chance.
He has a chance. He always has a chance. Is he going to be one of the 5? Ooh, I wish. I hope.
Because I'm looking at it, and look, Patrick Willis is a Hall of Famer.
They're going to put in Boselli.
But he had a shortened career. Tony Boselli's a Hall of Famer, but he had a shortened career. And I know
Patrick Willis will not go in before Zach. Patrick Willis will not go in.
He shouldn't. But what I'm saying is they're both Hall of Fame type talents, but they both had injuries, so it shortened their careers, right? Jared Allen, I don't have a problem putting him into the Hall of Fame. That guy was a stat machine.
Yeah.
Overall, I like him as a player. I don't think.
If you put him in, then they're only going to put in like 3 defenders, if not 2. I just don't think Zach is going to make the cut.
I think you're right about the 2 receivers. I could see either Torrey Holt and either Andre or Wayne. One of the.
It's got to be Wayne. They want receivers to wait. I'm not sure Andre's a first guy.
Andre Johnson's stats are just as good, but Wayne I know has the Super Bowl. So
Wayne's been waiting. The receivers have to wait. They don't. Calvin Johnson was the last first ballot guy for years. Hey, I got to go because I got to hit this Dolphin.
Do it.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
I'm predicting a win
Sunday. Oh, you got him winning. Right?
Yeah, I believe in Tua. I think he's gonna be the difference, and hopefully he is. That's why he was drafted. That's why he's here.
You believe in Tua, but you believe in Garoppolo a little more. Shame on you.
It is what it is, bro. Productivity.
Shame on you.
Productivity. Done it. Been there, done it.
Happy New Year. Much love, brother.
Much love to you too.
Later. There you go. Omar Kelly and our EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.